Right. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. And thank you for being here and for having me here with you in Mocha tonight. I'm Noor Sheriff, and I'm a digital marketer with 12 to 13 years of experience under my belt. And I have seen the world of digital evolve and grow. Tonight, I want to share with you 3 challenges that I've faced along my journey, and hopefully you'll be able to get some learnings out of them, and this might help you along your own path to be able to grow and evolve from your own circumstances. I have started my journey as an IT trainee, and that lasted 2 weeks, after which I was promoted to the back office operations of a bank. And back office operations, so yeah, it started as a banking marketer, that was 2009 to 2015. And as a back office operations person, I actually literally had to use 2 fingers all day, F4 and F10, these 2 fingers, to post transactions. But while I was doing that, I was also noticing something, and I can't help myself. When I see something, it sticks out. I have to say something about it to the right person. So I'm like, well, we are selling a lot of services, but we have cross-selling opportunities, and some clients of the bank can actually benefit from other services. So I'm like, how do we go about doing that? And this is how we could do it to actually make most of our clients benefit from the services. And they bumped me into sales. So then the next 6 months of my career, I'm in sales, and my new title is a sales administration clerk. Now, my role consists of helping my relationship managers secure meetings in Seychelles, Africa, and wherever they had to travel to. And in doing that, again, I can't help but notice, well, now that we're booking meetings, I'm the one who has to give them a pitch, but all the services were what we call vanilla offers, meaning it's a current account, it's Forex, it's treasury, but there's nothing that gives me the ability to say, hey, use our bank instead of theirs. So what I did then was create a competitor analysis and go to my manager and tell him, hey, you know what? This is what the other banks are doing, and this is what we should be doing for us to have at least a competitive edge. Well, they bumped me into marketing. So now I'm a product development assistant, and then after I was promoted to media and communications, and that was quite what I call adapting to rapid change. And this is why the title of this first challenge out of the 3 is called Adapting to Rapid Change. From very early on, I was put to the task by having to present to a board. And we're talking about the Bremer Bank here. I was an employee of the bank, where the board was a full-fledged American-style, chairman at the head of the table, and the directors on both sides of them. And I was something like this, with a huge screen behind me and a pointer, and just like you saw me stressed up to being able to talk, that's exactly how I was. And I had to approve the rebranding of 22 branches, a massive PR campaign that followed, and all of that by being 2 people in a marketing department. And there was with my marketing vice president. And throughout all of that, it didn't go without the stress levels, the stress level mounting to the week before the board, or the stress level of the launch campaign, having to coordinate simultaneously 22 branches rebranding, plus a luxurious private banking lounge. And afterwards, you all know what happened on April 5th of 2015, where everybody talked about job security. Like, you know what, you need to get hired. You need to work for a bank because a bank has prestige. You need to have something that can give you a paycheck at the end of the month. Well, on April 5th, that was gone. We all saw a bank disappear in front of us. So what happened then? We drove up to work, and all of a sudden there were cops in front of us. Go back home. The weekend hits. I'm like, hey, something's wrong here. Am I jobless? What do I do? The bank's gone. 5 years gone, and I saw a career path there. And I was like, hey, this is set in stone. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be able to do that. We're going to be able to grow. I'm going to have more budget. And it's not there anymore. Weekend comes, CV. Prepare my LinkedIn, groom my profile, and 3 months later, 150 applications later, 9 interviews later, 2 successful offers later, I joined the E&L group with Sotheby's International Realty as brand and communications specialist. And the inspiration point here is, don't hesitate, don't be scared to give it your all. Give it everything, give everything to your opportunities. Be it a good one, be it a bad one, no matter what circumstance life is throwing you to, your contract is what keeps you in check. But what you're there to do is to deliver on your mission. And for you to succeed, you need to be able to go above and beyond. So yeah, think about it as you're on a starship to Mars. Once the mission has started, you can't go back. You have to go and land it on Mars. So do everything that is possible for you to be able to succeed. Now, this brings me to my second point. But before going there, guys, we've got quite an amazing lineup here tonight. We've got Sheila Joda from the MIOD, and we've got Hector Espitalier-Noël. Please, let's give them a round of applause. The second part, and what I've titled here as Building Authentic Connections. You know, landing a job at Sotheby's International Realty wasn't one of the easiest ones. My first interview, I had a manager and I had HR in the room. My second interview, I had 2 directors, 2 HR people, the e-marketing manager of the group, and I had the owner of Sotheby's International Realty of South Africa in the same room. And I nailed it. And right after that, 3 months later, the group sends me to New York. And, well, do you think? Yeah. So I'm in New York, and the one thing that mattered to me there was, hey, I'm getting to fly, but can I ask for a few days off to look around and to have some holidays? And that's what I did. I went to my manager, and I was like, hey, I don't know when I'm going to be able to go back to New York. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take any holidays because, well, for the first year, it's like you've got limited number of days off. So I asked and actually got a week off. I visited 3 states, and this gave me also the opportunity to have a look at how they operate, what systems they use, and how I can either work within them or improve them. But the point here is, don't be afraid to ask. Second example, and this leads us to the third picture here. At E&L Property, our marketing team's efforts brought significant changes, and between 2017 and 2019, under the leadership of Michael Leluron, our marketing director, we had a team of amazing people and amazing talent where we actually won what is called the Marketer of the Year at the Most Amazing Marketing Excellence Awards of the E&L Group. And for me, that was the climax of my career, having that moment of pride, that joy, standing on the podium and actually be awarded by the directors that be. And that is when I actually discovered that I had a passion to share knowledge and to share skills. And I went to them and I asked them, well, La Turbine is there. Is it okay if I deliver a workshop there about digital marketing? Is it okay if I become a consultant for the companies that are getting incubated there, where I can share my knowledge and at the same time understand about the parcours and the journeys of entrepreneurs? And the inspiration point here is, of course, they granted me that, and I was able to attend and meet with amazing entrepreneurs under the guardianship of Diane, who's at the back there, wonderful person. And this gave me also the chance to understand and see how so many startups grow and then fail, what caused them to fail, what didn't work for them. And this brings me to the point here is, whatever you know or you think you know, don't be scared to share it. Because when you share, you're actually stacking on your learning. Because whatever you know today is going to be redundant tomorrow. ChatGPT has amazed all of us. So don't be afraid to share and understand, more importantly, wherever you are, there's something called the chain of command. Unless you're the top boss, there are decision makers involved. Where can your input be the most crucial, and who can actually help in delivering the change that you want to bring? And this is where my second inspiration point ends, and I move on to the third and the final point. I had a debate with myself whether to call the third one, which involves entrepreneurship, overcoming obstacles, or gearing for growth. And, well, I think both are appropriate, because embarking on the journey of the startupper, after completing my cycle and my climax at E&L, I launched Lean Search as the first and only dedicated search engine marketing company in Mauritius. And with the support and the guidance of the incubator, the mentors, we've been able to build a successful startup today in our 3rd year, and we're now opening an office, and we've also incorporated in the UK. And that, for us, is quite an achievement. But to go from here now, and I have to say a word of thanks to someone special, Fabrice Boulet. Fabrice has been instrumental in directing and guiding all of these startups. And 2 stories that I want to share here. The first one is knowing what to say no to. The first part of the story is as such. I get a call, hey, I want to meet with you. But you know what? Don't bring any of your team members with you. All right, we're going to have lunch. I show up. Right, you have to stop whatever you're doing. We're giving you 10% equity in a $1 million turnover company monthly, and we're giving you a 6-figure salary, but you have to drop lean search and drop everything you're doing and embark on the mission with us. So learning how to say no to that takes quite a skill. And the second point about what I want to make here is being and staying resilient. When I started Lean Search, I got the Mauritian domain, so leansearch.mu. And it was good to start, but then we grew ambitious, and we were like, hey, how can we grow international now? We need the .com. How can we get that? With the tools that we have, we got to know who owns the leansearch.com domain. And we were like, okay, we can't buy it from them directly, we have to negotiate now. So I sent a first email, and for the next 3 years, I sent exactly 1 email per year. I want to buy it from you, I want to buy it from you, I want to buy it from you. No response. And last year was like, I'm not a spammer, I have to stop now. So what I do is, I write a final email. And I'm like, I'm going to give it all, and this is the final one. Hello, sir, this is who I am. Here's a video of me talking at the Turbine. Here's a link where I appeared on the People magazine, and here's a link where you can read about my company. I'm not buying this to resell it. I'm buying it for us. You're an entrepreneur. You've grown a business. You've got this domain. You're not using it. Well, there's a price. That's my offer. But that's the last time I'll write to you. And 3rd year, 3rd email, that's when he replies to me with a counter offer, and I acquire leansearch.com. So staying resilient and, well, don't spam people, but try to actually stay the course, and eventually it pays off. And along the way, I got to travel, I got to meet, and I got meet new people. And the most important part of all of this is, and what I call the acronym of the SCS, using the Smart City scheme, but it's service, consistency, and structure. If you're able to win at these 3, then you're able to grow. Structuring your business for growth. Today, you've got 20 customers. How do you go about having 50? How do you now go about scaling it up to 10,000? It doesn't take the same amount of resources or logistics. Consistency. Maxence, you're doing what is called a nice drink. Let's call it smoothie, right? So you do it once and it's perfect. Can you do it 10 times and make sure that it is as perfect? That's consistency. And service is whatever you're doing, for everyone that you're doing it, you need to be able to make sure that you're able to deliver excellence in service. And now, 3 years down the line, Lean Search is working, is generating business, but now we are even more ambitious than that. And that's where the final point of inspiration goes to, is whatever idea that you have, if you cannot plan it down and you don't take massive action just after to be able to follow up on that, then there's nothing. The world is filled up with good ideas, but if you cannot execute, then there's nothing. And that is why we're creating now a new product at Lean Search. And I've got 1 minute left, well, 2, but the pitch is going to take 1, so I'm going to pitch it to you. Marie has a website, an e-commerce website, and Marie has 200 products on her website, or 2,000 products. And every month, Marie can ship to 5 countries, Turkey, France, UK, Mauritius, and South Africa. And Marie, every month, has a budget of $2,000 to $3,000 in marketing. The one problem that Marie has every month is how much to spend on what product to advertise in what market. Now, the tool that we're developing, it's called ecomsales.ai, and we've got a few of our partners in the room here. It connects on a website. It reads all the product titles. It understands what a mouse is, what a wireless mouse is, what a wireless Bluetooth mouse is, and still knows that mouse is the product. It is connected on the Google index to know whether there's more search with transactional intent happening in France compared to UK or Mauritius. That's the first part. So now Marie knows every month, hey, you know what? I can put my ads on mouse in that country. That's a recommender engine. And on the second level, then, she can actually automate her ads. And the third level, there's so many other features that we can develop on that. So all of that to say that these are ideas. If they're not executed and they're not actioned, you cannot do anything. So as an entrepreneur, if I have to end on 3 words, is structure, service, and consistency. And then comes all of the other madness of being a founder and directing a company, having to worry about capital, about customers, about your team building, and all of the other efforts that come with it. And going for incubation helped us because the workshops, we are really good at what we do. I'm a geek when it comes to advertising technology, and I'm really good at that. But what about HR? What about finance? What about accounting? What about having to learn all of that and try and do it yourself? No, you have to delegate. And to delegate as well, you need a plan. So that's my final word. And I do take the opportunity to thank the Turbine for having given me the opportunity to be here tonight. And my hope is that I've been able to share a few insights and a few points here tonight that can actually help you in your own journeys, be it as an entrepreneur, be it as a professional, or anyone who wishes to aspire to create something someday. Thank you very much.